Hello there guys, my name is Jacob Dwarf and welcome back to another episode of the Space Engineers Spotlights! So, today we're looking at a craft that is by one of the subscribers called WhiteWeasel, and it's called the Base Crawler. Now this is a completely vanilla with modded script which is allowed ship that basically allows you to roll around a planet and collect resources and do all that sort of stuff, defend yourself, as well as just again be able to move around, so you can move to different ore deposits around the planet rather than staying in one place. Now this to me is like the perfect example of that in vanilla, because it just seems to work quite nicely and it's quite tidily done, and he's actually got some pressurized areas, so if you are in hostile environments like on an alien planet for instance, then you can use this craft quite well. And it just enables easy things like not being able to, well, not needing the jetpack to fly onto this thing. You can actually get on with a boarding ramp, and it's very much like one of those large diggers or large dumper trucks you see like driving around mining areas and stuff. It looks really, really cool. So this is it. It's got a really, really nice rusty look to it, and I really like that about it because it just makes it look a bit more used, and you know what I'm saying? It just looks a bit more tatty and good in a sense for that matter. Now we do have a few turrets on the top just for general defense. We have two on the side. This one is probably just for, the center one's probably for like front and back defense, and then we have a rocket launcher which is there just again for general defense. Now this has been shooting down dogs that have been running at this thing a few times, because apparently dogs are turned on in this world, which I've created. Yeah, it's really nice. We've got some oxygen. We've got an oxygen generator here, so we can produce more oxygen if need be. We have some tanks up here as well that I don't think he's gone too overboard with it, to be honest, where people will throw about 9 oxygen tanks onto this. He's only got 1 or 2 tucked away here or there, so it's quite nicely done, to be honest. So I think without further ado we'll get onto the craft and show its main features really. So you're probably wondering why the hell does it have atmospheric thrusters. That is just because it has atmospheric thruster brakes as well as front propulsion, so if you do require a bit of extra oomph to get up a hill or something, you can use that, and it just makes it go a little bit faster as well. And gives you a bit more controllability, to be honest, because the wheels don't react as quickly as I'd like them to anyway. So there we go. They were just shooting at something then, probably another dog. But if I hit this button here, we have this boarding ramp that comes down quite nicely. It comes up onto a nice angle, so you can just walk onto it, walk up this step section here, and then we can click this button and it'll come back up again. Now notice we do have a landing gear there, so we can lock it down if need be and keep the ship in one place. And it's just, I don't know, it's really, really nicely done. I like that. And it just looks really, really industrial, and again, really nice to just look at. So as we come around here, we will have a door in a little while that will allow us to get into the ship. Here it is. So this is just the back section of the ship, which is got like the solar panels on, and it's basically an area to build ships in. And we do actually have a drone here, which is, it's just got an ore detector on a camera and just an antenna. So this would allow us to go and pick out new spots to go and mine and stuff. And of course we need a mining ship and all that other stuff as well. Now we do have a rotor here for the back door, which is really, really nice, I think. So you can actually get your ships parked on here if it is a car or whatever else. And yeah, this I believe plants well kind of flush. I do think that gap's a little bit high for a truck of some sort. You'd have to use the really big wheels to get up that, but you definitely cannot just walk onto it, unfortunately. But a jump and you'll get up, so it's not too bad. It links here quite nicely. You can walk on there, so it's quite accessible. So yeah, I mean, I like this back area. It's quite nice how he's got like the roof as the solar panels, and these are what are probably powering up batteries and everything, allowing us to keep production going and all that gubbins as well. It's really, really nicely done how he's got that. And then we've also got some connection points here where we can connect up another ship if we have 2, or we have a car and a flying vehicle. We then also have a cargo container here, which we can just access all the inventory from. And then up here we do have a screen that gives us all the information that we need about reactors and stuff. Now this is actually saying that the small reactor count is 1, so we only have 1 reactor on this thing, which is pretty mean, which is quite good. That's how I mean by the way. It's pretty good how he's only got the 1, and then we've got a whole bunch of batteries, and it's very eco-friendly in that sense. So let's get in here and let's close up some doors and get on into this room, which I'm guessing will pressurize once we're in here. Maybe. Yep, so it's pressurized in here now, so we do have oxygen, and that is told by the UI as well, or the HUD, sorry. So in here we got just the med station, a personal turret just in case somebody does happen to get in here who is a bad guy, or a dog gets in here or something like that. Just gives a bit more security where security is needed really on the entrance, so that's quite nice. We then have control over the lights in here, so we can just turn them on and off to be a bit more power saving. As we walk on in here, we have a room just dedicated to production, and here's that reactor we were on about, and then we got some more cargo space, as well as our refinery and stuff back here. So we do have a lot of efficiency modules attached to these, which enable it to run very efficiently indeed. We got component summaries, ingot summaries, just the general what the refinery is doing if they're idle or in, or working at the moment, and then we just have that same screen we had outside. So it's really nicely done. It shows everything you need when you need it, and this is like the most ideal ship I've come across for vanilla, for movability, and it's really nicely done. We have some cryopods here as well, so we can go into sleep if we want while we wait for stuff, or while we wait for people if say the ship were to come into bother, we need to wait for people to get here to save us or whatever. Kind of sounding like the Martian now, but yeah, so we have the same sort of screens that we had in there just for the oxygen jennies, and we have a door open here, so we'll close this door up. And is there a door here? Oh yeah, we actually took the wrong door coming in, or whatever door. There we go, turrets are activating again willy-nilly. But if we close that, we should pressurize this room. There we go. So we have another med bay in here. So we have 2 med bays for quick accessibility. And yeah, I just really like this. Is this another light? Yep, another light switch. And then we, of course, have the control panel, which has a very nice view, to be honest, of everything you want to see. So I'm guessing controls for this. We have 1 and 2, which turn on and off our thrusters. So we can start rolling around. And these actually do give a lot more thrust if we need it. And as you can see, we're up to like 60, like 70 meters a second now. So we are going pretty quick. We have something moving around us. I think it's that cargo panel or something. I think there are a few issues with some of the ramps and stuff, but we'll have to see how good this thing gets up hills now. Because that is the crucial point. Because if you're going to be driving around the planet, you're going to come across a hill, and we need to get this thing uphill. Now, bearing in mind, this is the first time me actually testing this out. Let's see how it goes. So we're taking it at like 100 meters a second, so we have got enough speed. And in all fairness, this is doing really well. It's rocking a little bit, but that's because of the terrain. And damn, son, that actually did pretty damn well for a ship of its kind. So we're just going to slow down again now. That made it really well up here, and then we could stop here and just do whatever we needed to do. We do have controls for everything else. We have controls for the ramp, which is the rear ramp. We have controls for this actual for the handbrake, there we go. We have controls for the timer block for the power save mode, so we can turn a lot of things off by the looks of things. We then have the Gatling guns, which turn on and off because, of course, you may not need them. And then we have the stairs rotors and the landing gear for said rotor. So I think without further ado, we need to try and master the biggest hill of them all, which of course is this hill. And we'll actually drive in first person to see how that goes, because I like ships I can drive in first person. They're comfortable to me. But this thing does steer really well. I think it's how he's placed the wheels and how he's got the wheels turning, because the front 2 and the back 2 turn at the same time, which means you can get a better turning circle, which is really nice, and it's a lot better to handle. Let's see, he does have a speed mod on here as well, by the looks of things. But we're going to just conquer this now. Okay. Will we damage it? Actually, Actually, you know, this isn't going too badly. Okay, maybe it is. Ugh. Alright, so be careful on hillsides like this. Oh my god. Yeah, just be a bit careful. Don't be going at a hill at like 300 meters a second, or else wheels will be rolling, literally. But either way, that being said, this thing does handle hills quite well as long as you take it at a nice pace, not a ridiculously fast pace like I was. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this build as much as I have enjoyed showcasing it. It's a really, really cool build from a subscriber. And again, if you guys have anything you want me to look at, and then what I'll do is I'll go through it, and I have a bit of a process where I'll go through the builds and just mark them down as what kinds of ships they are, because I don't want to be showing off the same sorts of ships every week. And I'll then put them down, and then hopefully they'll end up in the rota and you guys will get showcased at some point. Again, it's kind of difficult with how many builds that some of the other people do, like Tumble TV, Dark Lord. There's a lot of other people that I keep watching out for other builds on, so I love to, you know, do their builds as well. But hopefully you guys will get some stuff showcased, and yeah. If you guys have enjoyed this, then please like, favourite, and of course subscribe for more. And go and check out this build. I'll leave the link to the workshop in the description below. And I will see you guys later. Peace!